Welcome to episode 9 of A New Way to Love, Live, and Lead. I'm your host, Shireen Blum, a master coach, author, speaker, and founder of the Self-Mastery Hub, your online platform for self-inquiry, healing, and growth. This podcast is here to remind you midlife isn't a crisis. It's a climax. Each week, we'll explore how to break old patterns, build authentic confidence, and live with intention so you can thrive in this powerful new chapter of your life. Today is all about joy. Because here's something people rarely admit out loud. Midlife can feel heavy. We juggle endless responsibilities. Careers, kids, aging parents, finances, relationships, our health, not to mention the invisible weight of all our shoulds. And in that whirlwind, joy often gets pushed to the very back of the line. Most days we feel more overwhelmed than joyful. But here's a reframe that's been sitting with me lately. Joy isn't frivolous. Joy is fuel. It's not the icing on the cake, it's the bread and butter. When we are joyful, we have more energy, more creativity, and more passion for life. Neuroscience even shows that play and creativity boost dopamine and serotonin, the brain chemicals that regulate our mood, learning, and well-being. Joy literally rewires your nervous system for resilience. So today we're diving into the joy factor, how to rediscover play, creativity, and fun in midlife. Because joy isn't about pretending life is easy. It's about choosing to thrive, even in the mess. Sometimes I think the model we've been handed for life is upside down. We're told to work hard, get married, buy the house, build the career, raise the kids, climb the ladder, and somewhere in there, maybe squeeze in some joy, if there's time. It's like life becomes a race to tick the boxes, not a chance to actually live in the moment. For me, this often looked like doing mode. Always another meeting, always another deadline, always another soccer drop-off, or another load of washing, or another errand that I had to do. And when we're locked in doing mode, it's hard to be present. It's hard to feel alive. We slip into autopilot, and joy becomes something I guess we'll get to later. I call it my gotta brain. I gotta do this, I gotta do that. And when I'm in my gotta mode, I'm just in that doing mode. And these days, I keep telling myself that all I gotta do is pee. That's all I gotta do. That's the only urgent thing. And I can be more present in the moment. Because the truth is, when we're in that gotta mode, fear is running the show. I don't even realize it. Fear of not being enough, not keeping up, not proving my worth. And in that fear-driven autopilot, we postpone joy. But when you keep postponing joy, you're not just delaying fun, you're delaying life. Having my third child in my 40s cracked this open for me. Jai became my little joy reminder. He pulled me out of autopilot with his invitations to climb trees, kick a ball, or just laugh in the moment. And I'll never forget one Saturday morning, I was knee-deep in housework when Jai asked me to come out and kick the soccer ball. My brain instantly said, no, I've got too much to do. But I caught myself and said yes. So there I was, messy hair, trackies on, laughing at myself as I miskicked the ball. And you know what? I felt lighter than I had in weeks. That 30 minutes of play gave me more energy and connection than my silly to-do list. It reminded me joy doesn't wait until life is finished. Joy is life. And I've learned since then that when I put joy first, my whole well-being tank fills. When we're in stress, we get clicked into stress mode. It's literally like we have two different brains. We have one performing, one present, one in chaotic busyness, and one grounded in focus. When we disconnect, we slip into our patterns or our persona. And those are designed to keep us safe, not present. Like the people pleaser, the perfectionist, the controller, all those fear patterns I spoke about earlier. And if you haven't done your fear persona quiz, be sure to click on the link in the show notes so you can discover what's yours. And the key is to be aware when the nervous system kicks into that gotta mode and bring yourself back. This is the essence of mindfulness. A return to the present moment. I like to think of this not only as a return to the present moment, but a return to myself, a return to my power, and a return to the inner fountain of self-love. We do not abandon ourselves or lose connection. We stay connected, calm, and in control. Very different to the control freak in our fear patterns. And it's not just nice to have joy in midlife, it's essential. Joy builds resilience. Joy and play boost dopamine and serotonin, your brain's natural resilience chemicals. Joy unlocks creativity. When we play, we are able to imagine, connect ideas, and solve problems. Joy strengthens our relationships. Shared laughter releases oxytocin, the bonding hormone, creating deeper intimacy and connection. Joy realigns you. When you're stressed, you default into fear and autopilot. Joy brings you back into alignment with authenticity and your essence. Joy cultivates gratitude. Stress focuses on what's wrong. Gratitude focuses on what's right. And joy naturally lifts you into the state of gratitude. And joy anchors us into the present moment. Children are our teachers here. Joy is their natural state. They don't wait for conditions to be perfect. They play now. And so here's the truth. Joy is not a luxury. Joy is radical self-care. It's the ultimate self-leadership strategy for your life. Because when you prioritize joy, you don't just feel good, you expand your capacity to love, create, and lead. So here are 3 pathways to increasing joy. Number 1, rediscover play. When we are in our autopilot or default mode, play is for kids, and we think adults should be serious. One of my favorite quotes I remember hearing in my 20s was, "The reason that angels fly is because they take themselves so lightly." And I love that because, the shift here is that play is ageless. It looks different now. But, it can be anything from dancing in your kitchen, listening to great music, picking up a pickleball, or playing golf, or playing board games or cards, or it can come in many different ways. And reignite creativity. We think that creativity is for artists, but creativity is expression. For example, cooking is beautiful creativity. Painting, writing, gardening, or brainstorming or doing some craft work. All of those are expressions of creativity. And lastly, reclaim fun. Fun is not a distraction. Fun is medicine. Book a spontaneous trip. Try something silly. get involved with some silly mum or dad jokes. Say yes to something playful. Because remember, joy doesn't have to be big. It's often hidden in small daily choices. And so here's a reflection question for you to ask yourself today. Where have I been postponing joy? And what's one playful, creative, or fun thing I could say yes to this week? And here's what I'd love you to remember from this episode. Joy isn't extra. It's essential. Play, creativity, and fun expand your resilience, your connection, and your capacity for life. When you fill up your joy tank, everything else flows. And if you haven't already, please download my Intentional Living Worksheet because it will help you anchor your day around what truly matters, including joy. So grab it in the show notes of this episode. And if this episode lifted you up, please follow, rate, and share it with a friend who could use more joy in their midlife. Thanks for joining me on a new way to love, live, and lead. And remember, you're not too late. You're right on time. And your most exciting, joyful chapter begins right now.